Well, so far it's been a glorious day and week. We first had the NatWest CEO, Alison Rose, resigning, and now we've had Peter Flavel, who was the CEO of Coutts & Co. resigning, and the political left are having a meltdown over it. But also, somehow, Rachel Reeves, the Shadow Chancellor, and Keir Starmer's Shadow Cabinet, the Labour Party, are coming out in defence of the banking system. They are defending Alison Rose. Do you know how? Basically, the only reason we're attacking Alison Rose, the former CEO or outgoing CEO of the NatWest Group, is because she's a woman. Complete lunacy. This makes absolutely no logical sense. But this is the argument from Rachel Reeves.
I don't like some of the, frankly, what I see as bullying attitudes towards her. She's the first female chief executive of NatWest. She took over at a time when that bank had real big problems. It seems to me that Alison Rose has done a good job turning that bank around, but I don't know the details of this specific case. Let me say this, if I was in the Treasury at the moment, rather than Jeremy Hunt and his Conservative ministers, I'd be spending my time this summer trying to ensure that families in Scarborough, like the ones I've spoken to today, are properly protected during this cost of living crisis, rather than picking a fight with banks on behalf of Nigel Farage.
On behalf of Nigel Farage. The idiocy in those comments. So, same thing that Emily Maitlis said, and we've already done a video about it earlier today. They don't get it. They never learn. It's not about Nigel Farage. It's about hundreds and thousands of other people. Silent majority who've been cancelled, continue to be cancelled. And you had even bigger names who got cancelled. No one said anything about it. You had Katie Hopkins, you got Tommy, you got so many others, right? Now, Nigel Farage is fighting on behalf of the silent majority. It's nothing to do with the fact that Alison Rose is a woman. Peter Flavel was a man, and he just resigned as Coutts & Co. CEO. I mean, I don't want to assume his gender, but I can assure you, I don't know what's under there, but I have a feeling he's a man. But it took him a while to man up and resign. Now, he got that. Do not forget that Keir Starmer, who is, as you can see in this photo, very close and friendly with Alison Rose. They've been hanging out. And this is the same Labour Party who go around, in order to get the support from the left-wing base, they attack the bankers, the rich, the powerful, the corporations. And then they start getting money from them. It gets close to the election times. Suddenly they become right-wing. Not only right-wing, these are the people, the elitist, corporatist, globalists. They are a disservice to both the left and the right, the traditional left, the working class trade union left, and the right, people with common sense. So do not forget, not only Rachel Reeves is incompetent as Shadow Chancellor, and she has the wrong ideas to be the next Chancellor, and she could easily be the next Chancellor. Don't forget, Rachel Reeves and her boss, Keir Starmer, her boss, Keir Starmer, is the same person. In this photo, they're both in Davos, going to WF, annual conference. Keir Starmer said recently that he prefers Davos to British parliamentary democracy. Openly and publicly, he said that. They're not even ashamed of it. They're not even trying to lie anymore. They're not even trying to hide their true agenda and vision. And vision, it sounds like a positive word, but vision could be a negative word if you have the wrong vision. These people don't have any respect for national sovereignties, for democracy, for being held to account. One of the reasons he doesn't like Westminster or the UK Parliament is because he says, every time I'm in Westminster, people want to ask me what I'm doing. People want to question me and my policy ideas. They don't do that when I come to Davos. It's all like-minded people. Yeah, because you love your echo chamber and you love the gravy train, don't you? So that's the reality, and people need to know this. We've got even Aaron Bastani. Aaron Bastani, for those who don't know, he's a communist. He believes in luxury communism. He's part of Novara Media. I disagree with a lot of things he says, right? Even Aaron Bastani said, in response to Rachel Reeves, some of the most ridiculous thinking that you'll ever see. The logic here seems to run that a bank with a female CEO can treat customers differently to one with a male CEO. Debanking people is fine if the boss is a woman, right? Go further, presumably, is positive. It's such a good point. Even when a communist is supporting your arguments, you can tell that the establishment have completely lost their mind now. You even had Konstantin Kissing, who's not really a right-winger. He's a centrist dad, as I call him. He says, this is how these people see the world. Identity politics over merit. partisanship over principle, virtue signaling over actual virtue. Pathetic. Couldn't say it much better. This is absolutely spot on. This battle will continue, and we will continue to celebrate small victories as we are doing today. Another one bites dust. But it's not over yet. The fight continues, and I will continue to be your voice. And somehow, I don't know how it had to be my job, to be the voice of reason. Thank you so much for all the support. I'm Mahyar Tousi, and we are the media.